Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to solve day 10 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. So today I am going to solve problem number 950, reveal cards in increasing order. Okay, so in this problem we have given an integer array deck. Okay, so this is one integer array deck, and there is a deck of cards where each card has a unique integer. Okay, each card is going to have a unique integer, and the integer on the ith card is deck of I. So at this particular index number 0 we have card number 17. At index 1 we have card number 13. Okay, we can order the deck in any order. Okay, initially all the cards start face down unrevealed in one deck, and we have to do the following steps. We have to take the top card of the deck, reveal it, and take it out of the deck. Okay, and after that, if there are any still cards in our deck, then we have to just put the next top card of the deck at the bottom. Okay, and if there are still unrevealed cards, then we have to again repeat the process starting from 1, and we have to done an ordering of the deck that would reveal the cards in increasing order. Note that the first entry in the answer is considered to be the top of the deck. Okay, so now let's understand this with example 1. Okay, this we will first understand the problem statement with one example. Okay, and before that, these are the constants. So deck total length is in between 1 to 1000, and the deck card number, okay, it is going to start from 1, and it could be 10 raised to power 6, and all the values of deck are unique. Okay, these are the three constant. Okay, so keep these constants in mind. So now let's understand the problem statement first with the example 1. Okay, so here I'm going to explain the example 1. Okay, so this is our example 1. Okay, and this is a deck given to us. So here I am writing the deck. So first element is 17, and then we have 13, and then we have 11, then we have 2, then we have 3, then we have 5, and in the end we have 7. Okay, so we have to we have to make one array in such a way that first we are going to pick the smallest card, and then after that we are going to pop, or we are going to send the next card to the bottom, okay, in the end, and then again we are going to pick the next card. Okay, so let's understand what is happening actually. So let's take this output first. Okay, so let's say this output is the answer: 2, 13, 3, 11, 5, 17, and 7. Let's say this is the answer. Okay, so how we are going to get this answer? So in the problem statement it is saying we need this answer in such a way that first I am going to pick one card. Okay, so here let's say I have picked this card first. Okay, so here I have picked this card, then the next top card I am going to push this card in to the end. Okay, so now this is going to look like this: 3, 11, 5, 17, 7, and I have moved this 13 to the end. Okay, then after that again I have to pick the topmost card. Okay, so I have picked this card 2, now next card comes 3, and then I am going to send this 11 to the end. Okay, so now this is going to look like this: 7, 13, and 11. Then after that I am going to pick the topmost card, and next card I am going to send it to the end. Okay, this I am picking and I am sending it to the end. This I am picking and I am sending it to the end. This is what I am doing, right? So now when I pick this 5, then I am going to move the 17 to the end. Okay, 13, 11, 17. Now next time I am going to pick 7 and I am going to send 13 to the end. 2, 3, 5, 7, and I am going to send 13 to the end, right? 11, 17, 13. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 7. Then I am going to pick 11 and I am sending 17 to the end. Okay, so this is going to look like this. Then after that I am going to pick 13 and going to send 17 to the end. So there is only one single element right now, right? Then after that I am going to pick my 17. So see, all the cards are sorted in increasing order. Okay, okay. So now see, we have to reveal the cards in increasing order, right? This is our problem statement, right? So here see, now I am just going to go backtracking one by one. Okay, so here from this, first of all, what I am going to do, I am going to sort my deck. Okay, so this is my deck, so I am going to sort it, right? So after sorting, it is going to look like this, and after that I am going to backtrack, like I need to make one result just like this. Okay, just like this I have to make one result. So from this result you understand what we did, right? So now what we need this as our output. Okay, if we follow all these processes, then we are going to reveal the cards like this, right? If we follow all these processes, what processes? Take the top card of the deck, reveal it, and take it out of the deck. Okay, so we are here, see, we are taking the card from the top of deck and revealing it and remove it from the, okay, and we are removing it, we are taking it out of the deck. If there are still cards in the deck, okay, then we put the next top card of the deck to the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have picked the top card, and next card we have moved it to the end. Okay, this is what we are doing, right? So I hope that this is clear. So see here, we get the deck in this order, this order doesn't matter, and reorder it. Okay, so after reordering, the deck starts as this 2, 13, 3, 5. Okay, so we have to just make this reorder, we have to just make the reorder, so that when we apply all these operations, okay, then we are going to reveal the cards in increasing order. So here see, first this 2 is at the top of deck, we reveal 2 and move 13 to the end of the deck, right? This is what we did here, we reveal 2 and move 13 to the end of deck. So I have moved this 13, this is 13 now, we have moved this 13 to the end of deck. We reveal 3, we reveal this 3, and we move 11 to the end of deck. Yes, we reveal 7, after that we reveal 5, yes, we reveal 5 here, and we move 17 to the bottom deck. Yes, we have moved this 7 to the bottom deck. We reveal 7 and move 13 to the deck. We reveal 7 and move 30 to the bottom deck. We reveal 11. We reveal 11 and move 70 to the bottom deck. Okay, so this is what we did. Okay, so now we are going to decide how we are going to reach at this particular order. Okay, this is what we need to find. Okay, because using this order, if we follow all these processes, okay, revealing one card from top of deck and moving the next top card to the end, we are going to reveal the cards in increasing order. Okay, so we have to reach to this process, to this order. So how we are going to make this order, this is what I am going to explain you guys now. Okay, so this is my deck array, right? So this is clear, right? This is clear, right? So now this is my deck array. Okay, so first of all, what I am going to do, first of all I am going to sort this deck array into increasing order. Okay, in increasing order. So this is going to be my first step. Okay, now from this step I am going to make this output. And how I am going to make this output, let's see. Okay, so first step in my code is going to sort this array, this deck array, in increasing order. This is going to be my first step. Okay, now after that, tell me what is the length, of this deck array. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the length, right? Total 6 indexes. So this is 0 index, this is 1 index, this is 2 index, this is 3 index, this is 4 index, this is 5 index, and this is 6 index. Okay, okay, so this is done. Now here see, first card I am picking. Okay, first card I am picking, this card I am going to pick, select first. Okay, this card is going to, I am going to reveal first. So let's put this 2 here. Okay, okay, this card is going to, I am going to reveal this card first, right? So I have already sorted my deck array. So first of all, I am going to reveal the topmost card, right? So I have revealed this card too. Next card I am going to send to the bottom of my, to the end of my deck. Okay, so I don't know which card it is. So I'm just writing question mark here. I don't know about this card. Okay, I am not aware of this card. Next time I want to reveal this 3 number card, right? So I am going to just place it here. Then I am going to send this 3 to the bottom, to the end of my deck. I don't know which card it is. Okay, and then I am going to reveal my next card, which is going to be 5. Okay, and I don't know which card it is because I am going to send it to the end. Okay, I don't know, I am not aware of this. Okay, then after that I am going to reveal my next card. Okay, this is what we are doing, right? We are revealing first card and sending the next card to the end of my deck, right? So see here, we have found the values for these indexes. We have found the value for this index, we have found the value of this index, we have found the value of this index, and we have found the value of this index. See, so we are clear with this 2, we are clear with this 3, we are clear with this 5, we are clear with this 7, right? So this is clear how we are going to fit, because we are revealing one card and sending the other card to the end of linked list. Sorry, not linked list, to the end of deck. Okay, so this is what we are doing, right? Now we want to see how we are going to fill these indexes, these question mark type indexes, right? So here I have filled all these values. Okay, so now what I'm saying here, after that what I'm going to say here, let's fill, we are filling these values after skipping one step, after skipping one index. We are filling all these values after skipping one index, right? Then after that I am saying, why not again skip one index? Okay, so let's say my last time I filled this value, right? Last time I have filled this value. Let's skip one more index. Every time I'm skipping one index, right? From 2 I have filled this 3 after skipping one index. From 3 I have skipped one index and fill 5. From 5 I have skipped this index and fill 7. From this 7 I am saying, let's get started from this index, but first we are going to skip one index. Okay, I have skipped this, then I am going to fill this with 11. Okay, every time I'm skipping one empty index. So here I have skipped this. After filling this 7, I have skipped, I'm going back, and I have skipped this empty index, one empty index, and then I have filled this with 11. Okay, so this 11 comes here. Okay, then after that again I am going to skip next empty index. I have skipped this next empty index, and this is, after that my 13 is going to fill here. Okay, I am skipping one empty index, I skip, and I fill this 13 here. After that 17. Okay, I have skipped one empty index, and again there is no empty index, so again I reach here, and then I fill this 17 here. So tell me, this is my output: 2 13 3, 2 13 3, 11 5 17 7, 11 5 17 7. Yes, this is my output. So are you guys clear how I am filling these indexes? How I am filling these indexes? So I hope that you guys are clear. Okay, every time I am skipping one empty index, and then I am filling the next character. Okay, so how I am going to implement this using code? Okay, how I am going to implement this using code? So let's understand that now. Okay, so here let me again write this array: 2 3, then after that we have 5, then after that we have 7, 2 3 5 7, 11 13 17. Okay, this is my array, right? 11 13 17. Okay, and let me write the index as well. This is 0th index, this is 1 index, this is 2 index, this is 3 index, this is 4 index, this is 5 index, and this is 6 index, right? So now this is going to be my result array. Okay, so in result array we have to fill 6 indexes total. This is 0, this is 1 index, this is 2 index, this is 3 index, this is my 4 index, this is my 5 index, and this is my 6th index. Okay, I have to fill total these many indexes, right? So first of all, let's say I have two variables. My both I and j are starting from this position. I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0. Okay, both I and j are starting from this particular position. Okay, so first of all, my I is at this particular index. Okay, and initially let's say all these values are 0 only. All these values are 0 only. Okay, this is my result array. This is my result array, and all these values I have set it to 0. Okay, by default. So now first of all, I am going to use one boolean variable. Boolean variable. Okay, boolean of let's say next. Boolean of next, initially it is false. Boolean of next is equal to false. Okay, so here first of all what I am going to do, see, uh, when I reach at this particular index, okay, so here my j, initially my j is equal to 0, right? So j is equal to 0, j is at this particular index. Okay, j is at index number 0. Okay, so initially I am going to check if this particular index, if this particular index result value is 0, yes it is 0, and my next is false, and my next is false. If it is true, if this condition is satisfied, then in this result I am going to fill the value this of this deck. Okay, so here I am going to fill this value, okay, so I have filled this 2 here. Okay, and once I fill this value, then I am going to update my next to true. Okay, I have filled this value, then my next becomes true. Okay, then my next becomes true. Then after that my I reaches at this particular position. Okay, so now my I reaches at this particular position. I have filled this value, right? Now again after that, and how I am going to change the value of j every time. So for changing the value of j, I am going to use this function. Okay, j is equal to j plus 1 modulus of n. Okay, this is what I am going to use to update the value of j every time. Okay, so now my j reaches at this particular position. My j reaches at this particular position. J is equal to j0 plus 1 mod of n. What is my n? N is 7. N is 7, right? What is the length? So n is 7. So 1 mod 7, what's the value? 1 mod 7, 1 only, right? So this is clear, right? Okay, so now what I am going to do after that, what I am going to do here, after that I am going to check whether I can fill this 3 value here. No. Why not? I am going to check if my result of j is equal to 0. Yes, it is true. But my next is also equal to true. My next is also equal to true. So what next is saying? No. Next is saying that go to next. Next is just, if next is true, that simply means it is saying to go to the next. I don't want to fill this I here. Okay. So now after that my j is going to reach at this particular position. Okay. So when at every step I am going to change my next. So now my next becomes false. Okay, if it is true then it is becoming false, if it is false then it is becoming true after each step. Okay, so now I am checking whether I can fill this 3 here. Yes, this value is 0 and my next is false. Yes, we can fill. So I have filled 3 here. Okay, so I have filled 3 here, and my I is going to reach at this position, and also I am operating it to true. Okay, now can I fill this 5 to this position? This is 0. Yes, I am good, but this is true. So but my next is saying true, so my next is saying that move your j to next position. Okay, so now my j reaches at this position. Okay, so now when my j reaches at this position, then definitely it is going to update it to false. Okay, now I am going to add my 5 here. I am going to add my 5 here, right? And then my j is going to move to the next position. Okay, so now my j reaches at this position, and definitely this is going to become true. Okay, and my I is also going to move forward, right? So I is reaches at this particular position, I reaches at this. Then I am going again to check if this j value is true, is 0. Yes, but my next is also true. My next is saying j, my next is saying to j that j please go move forward. Okay, so now my j is going to move forward. So now my j is going to move forward. Okay, j reaches at this index, and also this will become false, right? Now I is going to again check for this one. J is true, j is 0. Yes, and this value is false. My next is false. Yes, it is false. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this I value here. Okay, so now this will become 7, right? This will become 7, and then my I is going to move one step forward. I is going to move one step forward, and this is going to become true, right? This is going to become true. Then after that, what is going to happen? See here, j is equal to j plus 1. J was at position number 6, so j plus 1 is equal to 7. 7 mod 7 is nothing but 0, right? So again I'm going to start from this index, right? Again I'm going to start. So here I is going to check if this value is 0. No, this value is not 0, so I don't need to check any further. Okay, if this value is not equal to 0, I don't need to check. Then I is going to again check if this value can be filled here. So yes, this value is 0, but my next is true. My next is saying that go forward, because this is true, next is good, true. Okay, so what is going to happen here, my j is going to move to j this my j is going to move to the this position. Okay, j is going to move to this position. Okay, and this is also changed to false. Okay, so here my j reaches at this position, from this position my j reaches this position, and this become false. Okay, I am not able to insert. Then at this particular step, my first value, this itself is not it's 0. Okay, so my j is going to move forward. Okay, so here after that my j is going to reach at this position, and here my next is false and this value is 0, so I'm going to fill my 11 here. Okay, I have filled my 11 here. Okay, this is done. Then if only in those cases where my this value, where j value is 0, only in those cases I am operating my next. Okay, I am changing it to alternate value, this next. So now this next will become true. Then I am trying to fill this 13 at this position, but my next is true. So what will happen, my again j is going to move backward. Okay, again it is going to check for the next 0. So here this will be, this is true, so this will become false here, and this 13 is going to be filled here, and then after that this will become true, then again it will become false, and then here 17 will come. Okay, so I hope that this is clear to you guys. Okay, how I am filling the values: 2, 13, 3, 11, 5, 17, 7. Okay, so every time when my result is value is equal to 0, and only in those cases I am alternating the value of my next. Okay, and after every alternate space, okay, after we alternate empty value. Okay, this is clear, right? So now I'm going to write the code. Okay, so we have spent 25 minutes while on explanation, so I'm going to write the same what I have explained. Okay, and code is going to be very simple. Okay, so first of all we are going to sort our array. So I am going to write arrays dot sort. Okay, and the time complexity for this sort is of n log n, right? So here we are sorting our array using of n log n time complexity, and then let's calculate the size of this deck dot size, and then I am using one boolean next, and by default I am giving the value as false initially. Okay, in Java we have to write it in small false. Okay, and then initialize int I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, and then one result array. Okay, so space complexity is going to be of n because we are using this result array. Okay, and everything else is constant only. Okay, so if we ignore this result, then we can say we have just one space complexity, but since we are storing the result, we are storing our answer in this result array, so space complexity is going to be of n, right? Then after that I am going to run my while loop while I is less than n. Okay, see here in the code I am running my I loop here now on this. If it reaches at the end, okay, so it is going to only run until I is equal to less than n, so only till here it is going to run, right? So if it reaches that end, then I don't need to execute this while loop. Okay, inside this while loop I am checking if my result of j value, if my result of j value is equal to 0 and okay, and next is equal to false. Okay, next is equal to false, then in only this case, you guys are already aware, I know. Okay, so in this case only I am just updating the result of j value, right? So here I have updated my result value. Okay, result of j becomes deck of I. Okay, and I plus plus only if I am filling the value from my deck, this value in my result, only in that case my I is moving forward. That's what I have explained, right? And and every step when my result of j is equal to 0, in every that step I am just changing the value of my next, right? So next was false in this case, in this if statement, then I make it to true. Okay, this is done. And in the else part, else if only I'm checking for the result j is equal to true. Okay, else if my next my result of j is equal to 0 but my next is true, in this case I don't have to fill the value in my result of j, right? I am not filling the value. In that case I'm just simply reversing, just changing the value of next to false. That's what I'm doing, right? Okay, so if this result of j equals 0, then in only that case I am reversing the value, but in this case we don't need to fill the value because my next is true. So that's why I move forward, right? And how I am updating the values of j every time? So I am updating the value of j like this: j is equal to j plus 1 and modulus of n, right? And in the end we are just returning result. So code is very simple, right? Just 20 lines of code, right? So let me run the code and see if there are any code issues. Yes, why not? Why I'm using like this, why I'm writing like this? This is Java. Okay, any other issue? And next is equal to y. Okay, let's see. So all the test cases has been accepted. Now let me submit the code. See, our solution is accepted, right? So space complexity is going to be O of n. Now let's understand what is going to be my time complexity. Okay, so here one thing is clear. First of all I am sorting my array. Okay, I am sorting my array. So one thing is clear, then my time complexity, because of this sort, it is going to be of 1 second. It is going to be of n log n, and then after that every time for every value of I, okay, for every value of I, first I am filling half of array. Okay, so first in this particular example, first I have filled these values 1 2 3 5 7. Okay, first I have filled these values. Okay, so total size is 7. Out of 7 I have filled 4 values, right? So first I have filled, let's say, this many values. Okay, so what is the total empty space? Okay, so see here, every time I'm filling half of values and half of values are empty. Okay, so here how many values are empty in one go? These values are empty. So in one pass I have filled these values. Okay, in one pass I have filled these values. Then after that I have filled just this 11. Okay, then after that I have filled these two values. Okay, this is what I am doing, right? So here O of n log n plus O of n log n. Okay, Okay, so this is what is happening, right? So from n I go to n by 2, then I go for n by 4 empty spaces, then from n by 4 to 0. Okay, so it is going to be of n log n only. Okay, so first there are n empty spaces, then after that n by 2 of half spaces. Okay, so see, this is my array now, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so first I am filling these values. First there are total and n number of empty spaces, then after that I have filled these values, right? So now I am left with n by 2 of empty spaces, then I after that I have filled this value. Okay, so after that when I fill this value, then I have n by 4 or number of empty spaces. Okay, so every time I am filling spaces like this of l n log n time, right? So in total you can say my in total you can say that time complexity is going to be of n log n for my code, and space complexity, since we are using one result array, so it is going to be of n. Okay, because of this result array. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. Okay, so this is going to be my approach 1, okay, for solving this problem. Now let's understand this with one another approach, that is nothing but using queue. Okay, so these are the values, right? So let me again copy this example. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss, so going to solve it using approach 2. Approach number 2. Okay, so this is the deck given to me. Okay, so what it is saying, it is saying first let's say I'm trying to solve it using stack, but using stack it is not possible now. If I, let's say if I pick this a from the top, then I have to send this b to the bottom. Okay, so this is not a good process, so I'm not going to implement stack here. So let's use queue here. Okay, let's solve this problem using queue, because in queue it's easy to move the elements to the end and to fetch the elements from front. Okay, everything is easy in using queue, right? So what I'm going to do here, so this is my queue. Okay, so first of all, first step, always we are going to sort this deck. Okay, so after sorting, the elements are going to look like this: 2 3 5 7 11 13 and 17. Okay, now in the queue what I'm going to do, I'm going to just, this is index 0. Okay, this is index 1, this is index 2, this is index 3, this is index 4, this is index 5, this is index 6. So in queue I am, first of all I'm just going to push the indexes. What are my indexes here? So I'm just going to add the indexes: 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. This is going to be more simple actually. 5, then 6. Okay, then this is going to be my result array. Okay, result array. So how I'm going to fill the values in my result array, let's see. Okay, so we have to fill total 6 indexes, right? 7 indexes, right? 2 3 4 5, and this is 6. Okay, so first what I'm going to do here, I'm going to fill this index. Okay, so what is the value at this particular index? Value at this particular index is nothing but 2. Okay, so I have filled this in my result array, and from my queue I'm going to move this 1 to the end. Okay, I'm going to move this 1 to the end, so I have moved this 1 to the end. Okay, so this is done. After that, this is my I. Okay, right now, so after that my queue is going to look like this, right? Queue is going to look like this. Okay, so now after that my queue is saying to fill the value at 2. Okay, so what is the value at this 2 index? So at 2 index the value is 5, so I am going to fill the value in my result at this particular index number 2, and that is going to be nothing but 5. Sorry, here one thing. So here what this queue is saying, okay, this is 2. Okay, so here this queue is saying first it was 0, so I have filled the value at 0 index. Okay, now this my queue is saying to fill the value at this index, okay, at 2 index. And what value it is saying? My after filling this, my I reaches at this position, okay. So it is saying that at this index 2 fill this 3, okay. So I have filled this 3 here, okay. Then after that my I reaches at this position, and same thing, this 3 is going to move backward, okay. This 3 is going to move to the end of my queue, okay. So now my queue is going to look like this, okay. So now what my queue is saying, my queue is saying to fill the value at this fourth index of my result. And what value? My I is at 2 here, 2. My I is at index 2. So what is the value at index 2 is 5, okay. So I am filling this value, and I have filled this 4, and 5 is going to move to the end, okay. So here now my queue is going to look like this, right? Then my queue is saying to fill the value at 6, and what value? Also from last time my I is going to move forward, okay. So fill the I value at this index 6. So what is the I value? 7. So I have filled this 7 here, okay. Now again this one is going to move to the end, okay. When this one is going to move end to the end, now my queue is looking like this. Now my queue is saying to fill the value at index number, my queue is saying to fill the value at index 3, okay. And my I from last time I reaches at this position, and what is my I value? I value is 11, so I have filled my 11 here, okay. When I filled my I here 11, my I reaches to the next position, right? And I have filled the value of 3, and 5 is going to move to the end, okay. So 5 reaches at this position, 5 reaches to this position, and now my queue is going to look like this, okay. Now my queue is saying to fill the value at index 1, okay. So I reach to the index 1, and where is my I? My I is at 13, so I have filled 13 here. So when I fill 13 here, my I is going to move to the next position, and now I have already filled 5, already filled 1 here. Now I am going to remove this 1 from my queue, and 5 I am going to move to the end, okay. So this is the end only, okay. So now my queue is going to look like this, only 5 is there. So my queue is saying let's fill this value, okay. My queue is saying let's fill this 5 index now. And where is my I? My I is at 17, so I have filled 17 here, right? So I hope that you guys are clear what I did here, right? Okay, so it's very simple, right? From queue only we are filling, okay. So queue is just saying to us that we have to fill the values at this particular indexes of our result. Queue is saying to us to fill the values at these particular indexes, and what value? Where is my I? So just fill that value, okay. Queue is giving the index, and at that particular index I have to just fill the I value, okay. Where is my I? Okay. So I hope that you guys are clear, okay. So now let's write the code for this one, okay. So now let me revert back all the changes here. Your current code will be discarded and reset to default code, okay. Confirm. So now let's write the code using queue, okay. So in queue case only, okay, let's write the first. So first of all, again we are going to sort our deck array, okay. So I have removed the previous code, so again I am writing this line, okay. Then just find the length of this deck, okay. This is done. Then I am going to use queue, okay. Queue integer, okay. Since we are going to use queue here, so again space complexity is going to be of n this time. And then from queue we are just picking the indexes only, so let me write it like this: index queue and new linked list, okay. Then I am filling indexes in my queue. So in the starting I am just filling the indexes in my queue, right? 0 1 2 3 everything, right? So I am writing one loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and this index queue dot offer I. That's it. This is done. We have initialized the queue with the indices of the stack, right? Now after that we are using result array. Okay, again space complexity is going to be of n, new int of n, y new int of n, and then one second, let me format. Okay, now it's good. Okay, and now we are going to iterate over each card. Okay, that's nothing but over all these elements, 2, then 3, then 5, then 7. Okay, for int, let's use for each loop instead of for loop. Int card over this deck. Okay, one by one. Then I'm going to fill the values in the result array using the indexes of this queue. So can I write it like this? In the result array I am filling the values, okay, in the result array, and how, which index I am selecting. So I am selecting the index using like it like this, index q dot poll. This is going to give me the front index, okay, index q dot poll, and in this particular index I am filling the value of card. Okay, this is done. And if my index q is empty, is not empty, okay, then I am just going to move the next element to the end of my queue. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Is empty. Okay, and here index q dot offer. Okay, so I am adding the element to the end. Okay, and which element? My topmost element from the queue. Okay, so what I'm going to write, second next na. So here I can write it like this only in one step, index q dot poll. Okay, so here I am just removing that element and just sending that element in the end of my index queue. Okay, in this queue. This is done. Then in the end just return result, right? Again time complexity is going to be of n log n, right? In this case we are using this arrays root sort, and then again we are filling the values here. We are iterating over each deck one by one. Okay, one by one, right? So of n log n plus of n over n log n. Okay, so this is clear. Now let's run the code and see if there are any other issues. Yes, what's the issue here? If index q, where is q? Q is missing. If index q is empty, let's run it. So nice. So our all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit the code. Oh my god, 45 minutes video. Okay, so see, all the test cases has been accepted and solution is accepted as well, right? So I hope that you guys are clear with today's problem, and if you guys still have any questions, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye bye.